Alright, let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here today. This video is based on your guy, Bankroll Freddie. Before I get into it, shout out to all my folks in the 501 and the 870. Fun fact, the only active diamond mine in the United States is located in Arkansas. And we can't forget about the 479. We know all those folks got love and support for your guy Bankroll Freddie band clan. I even got some folks saying that young Dolph and Bankroll Freddie was cousins. If so, I ain't never heard that one before. Now back to the video. So check this out, man. We already know that Bankroll Freddie and his pops, they doing a little time in the feds, based on a case they got caught up on a couple months ago, because one of Bankroll Freddie homeboys, who's an EBK affiliate, he told the feds everything that Bankroll Freddie and his pops was getting into. And I'm talking about pertaining to some real street work. Yeah, man, if y'all ain't know, your boy Bankroll Freddie, his pops, Freddie Gladdy Jr., he was a real street cat. And that's one of the reasons why Bankroll Freddie, he was able to be in the same room and meet guys like Gucci Mane, Young Dolph, Lil Baby, even QC CEOs, Coach K and Pierre. Again, is because of Bankroll Freddie pops, Freddie Gladney Jr. See, but what a lot of folks don't know is that it wasn't just Bankroll Freddie and his pops who got caught up on this whole RICO case. It was also two of Bankroll Freddie brothers and one of his sisters who was also involved in this whole RICO. Yeah, man, it's reported that it was a whole family operation based around Bankroll Freddie getting set up by one of his guys. So yeah, we know that Bankroll Freddie, he's going through that situation, right? But at the same time, Bankroll Freddie, he was unaware that CEO Pierre and Coach K had sold quality control music to some private investors. Again, without him knowing. See, I told y'all before in the past, Lil Baby, Offset, Duke Deuce, and now you got Bankroll Freddie, he's going through the same thing. And what I mean by that is, the guys I just mentioned, who's all a part of QC, they didn't know that Coach K and CEO Pierre, again, was selling QC. The only person that knew at that time was Quavo. Man, Lil Baby Pops, he ain't even know. And that's the reason why Lil Baby Pops, he was gonna remove him completely from being under QC management, not just the record label part. Yeah, it's word that Bankroll Freddie, he got in contact with Key Glock to let him know that he was leaving QC because he didn't like that CEO Pierre and Coach K was keeping that type of information from him and a bunch of other QC artists. Again, especially while he in the feds. And the other issue that Bankroll Freddie has is that he made a bunch of music while it was still under CEO Pierre and Coach K ownership. But now, since they have passed on their ownership, the songs that every artist on QC made, it still belongs to QC, not to the individual artist. So again, meaning, if Duke Deuce, Lil Baby, and even Bankroll Freddie, let's say if they made over 200 songs, all those 200 songs are under QC. They are not under the control or ownership of the artist, because that was part of the contract. Matter of fact, the new owners of QC stated that because they was going through a little situation where Offset was trying to get all his solo music from under QC, but he could only get a percentage of it because the contract that he signed. See, now dealing with the contracts, there may be a clause to where it states no artist has the full rights to uproot any music created under QC management. That's why you gotta make sure that you read every word before signing your name on that line. And I ain't lying. They'll get a percentage based on the profit margins that's made off that song, because that's their intellectual property. But out of 100%, they'll probably get somewhere between 15 to 20%. The QC artists, they can still make money off their intellectual property, but they have no control on where it goes. So again, even though the label has ownership, you'll still get a percentage based on that being your intellectual property. And that's the reason why a lot of cats got to be aware of the contracts that they sign. That's why it's always good to have someone around you who you respect, who you know got your best interests at heart while you signing these contracts. Because you being young and naive and so quick to sign, that your ignorance won't be used as an excuse. That's the reason why you have to pay attention to the fine detail before you sign your name on the dotted line. It's good. that your boy Bankroll Freddie, he's trying to make these moves even before he get released. That means he's looking at the bigger picture here. And that's, you gotta do what's best for you and your family. See, what's crazy is Bankroll Freddie, he was always around the different paper route artists anyway. You always see Bankroll Freddie around Key Glock, Kenny Money, and Big Moochie Grape more than anybody that's affiliated to Quality Control Music. And your folks Bankroll Freddie, he done been in all the different paper route artists' videos. You name it, your boy Bankroll Freddie, he pulling up to support the paper route artists. Because that still goes off all the love that Bankroll Freddie had for Young Dolph. That's why he got all that blue jewelry, to show his appreciation and to show the people how much Young Dolph had looked out for him. Come on, man, that's how real Young Dolph is. He gave Bankroll Freddie a free feature to a big hit single called Drip Like This. Come on, man, nobody else would have did that. See, it was supposed to have been Gucci Mane on that song, but Gucci Mane, he wanted too much money up front. So your boy Young Dolph, he stepped in. Because Bankroll Freddie, he knows, without Young Dolph's support and knowledge based on how to move in the rap game, he probably wouldn't have made it that far in that small amount of time that he did. And what I mean by that is, you having somebody like Young Dolph on one of your first major songs that came with a video, you already know what the song called, Drip Like This. Come on, man, your boy Young Dolph, he snapped on that, and Lil Baby. So again, when you having those two type of guest appearances in your real first music video, come on, man, from that perspective, you're gonna have a lot of eyes on you. So after that, it's up to you based on how you move. So if you want to be reckless, that's what the people gonna think of you. But if they see you moving like a man with a head on his shoulders, they gonna respect you based on that. And that's something that Young Dolph had taught Bankroll Freddie and Key Glock. Again, man, we could see Key Glock, he doing his thing out there, man. Like, he's really leading the whole paper route team in the right direction. Because he's showing by example. It's not about out here trying to get attention by getting into some goofy activity. No, man, you get your attention based on the music that you put out. But if they only see you in the media based on you getting yourself into some BS, again, that's how they gonna see you. So what I'm saying is, your image is all based on how you present yourself to the world every day you wake up in the morning. And sometimes you don't have to show yourself. A lot of times it's better to be heard than to be seen. And like I stated, that's something Young Dolph had taught them guys. Man, the only time y'all will see Young Dolph if he's promoting his music or one of his paper route artists' music. Man, we want to say rest in peace to Young Dolph and condolences to his family. And much love to all my folks in the 901 Dolph land. But yeah, man, Young Dolph, he didn't do ignorant things for attention. The things that Young Dolph engaged in was all for a purpose. Now, dealing with your boy Bankroll Freddie, the only thing I could take away from him is that I believe he's only going off what he sees. And I don't think that he was fully aware of the attention that he was seeking in all the wrong areas that can quickly end your rap career. And the reason why I say that because Bankroll Freddie, he knew better. He knew better than to keep talking about moving weight if your family is really in that business. You haven't dodged to Rico yet to be rapping like that. You just basically placed a big red X on you and your family back for basically rapping about the family business. Because you get rich off grass, right? Come on, man. Now, I keep saying, all that attention, it ain't good attention. But now, it seems like the only attention that Bankroll Freddie want is from Key Glock and CEO Daddy O signing him to PRE. I do believe that Bankroll Freddie going the paper route will be a good move for himself and PRE. If Young Dolph was still here, I believe he will support that move. Only if he got an okay from Coach K and CEO Pierre. Because we know that Young Dolph, he respect those guys. So he wouldn't want to make it seem like he was trying to step on their toes. Now, Bankroll Freddie, he did say he will be out in the next few months. Now, dealing with that, it looked like somebody from his camp may be taking a rap for that whole Rico act. Whatever it is, we just want to wish Bankroll Freddie the best outcome. So with that, always be aware and always stay prepared. But hey, we get more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.